Greetings, everyone. Today we are going to be in discussion of the Economic and Management Sciences, also known as the EMS, of Grade 8, Term 3. Within the first week, we are going to learn about entrepreneurship. Within the entrepreneurship, we find forms of ownership, which are sole traders, partnership, and characteristics, which are core concept skills. We deep dive in the sole trader and the partnership. Within the second week, we're going to be learning about the entrepreneurship, forms of ownership, but this time we're focusing on the private, public companies and characteristics. We also deep dive into the private and public companies. Within the third week, we also learn about the entrepreneurship, forms of entrepreneurship, but here we learn about the comparison of the four forms of ownership and the characteristics and its characteristics. Within the fourth week, we learn about the ownership, forms of ownership, but we deep dive into the role of forms of ownership in sustainable job creation and use of natural resources. We also deep dive into their role in sustainable job creation. Within the fifth week, we learn about the financial literacy, which consists of cash payment journal or the savers businesses within them. Cash payment journal of services business, you learn about the format and uses of the columns, sources, and the document used. And you also learn about the concept of CPJ, which is the cash payment journal. Within week 6, you learn about the financial literacy, the main topic. You learn about the CPJ, but it focuses on the cash payment journal of services of savers business. Formats and uses of columns could be sources and documents used. Within week 7, we still focus on financial literacy, accounting equation, but here we focus on the effect of cash transactions on the accounting equations. And we also deep dive into the entering transactions in the CPJ. Within week 8, we I'm sorry about that. We focus on the financial literacy, also the accounting equation, but this time we deep dive into the entering combined transaction in the CRJ and the CPJ, which is we focus on the cash receipt journal and the cash payment journal. Closing off of CRJ and CPJ, effect of cash transactions, and the accounting equations, which deep dives more into the CPJ and the CRJ. Within week 9, we focus on the economy, mainly the markets. The factor market, it can be the labor and financial markets. We also dive into the types of markets, the difference between goods and services. Within the 10th week, which is week 10, we focus on the economy, which we also focus on the markets. We learn about the types of markets within the goods and services of the market. We learn about the definition of factors of production. Within the 11th week, you should be knowing everything given within the scope. So that will be the revision of everything. And as we can see within the SBA formal assessment, we are told how things are, where the LO, which is 30%, the MO, which is 50%, and the HO, which is 20%.